Hello, lovely people. I got a guest.
Special guest.
This is a galactic Mayan astrological report. And one of the reasons I have a special guest is because I'm really poorly for about 2 weeks. You've probably seen in the other video that I did. The poorliness continues, doesn't it? So I was like, shit, this is a video. But then it's actually worked really magically because
this video is all about Worldbridger Wavespell, which is my Wavespell. I'm a yellow spectral warrior, which is the 11th day of this Wavespell. So synchronicity,
bing, bing,
here I am. So I'm here for
a being of the White Worldbridger. So we're going to explain a little bit. This is going to be a multifaceted video. So I'm going to speak into the energy, but then also we're going to give a little bit of an overview about, because I do these videos that are all about the Wavespell, so you understand like every 13 days is a new Wavespell, but then each person's born within a Wavespell, so we're just going to explore and like explain that a bit that way. Yeah. So yeah, Taco.
Yeah. We're tuning in from Glastonbury. We're on a little solstice pilgrimage, and this is where we are tuning in. And
the heart chakra of the planets, and the Avalonian vibrations.
And I think the fact that the start of this Wavespell is on Christmas Day this year, which felt interesting.
You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The full lowdown. And in case you didn't know, Jyoti and I, we're a couple. And we are also working together. We are doing an online journey working with the Wheel of the Year, the Celtic Wheel of the Year, which I'm kind of bringing to the mix. And Jyoti's been bringing the galactic Mayan calendar vibes, and we are
the two together.
How many months in? About 4 months in?
Yeah.
So we're taking a group of 16 cosmic souls through this journey together, and then we're also offering coaching and other offerings to come in the new year.
We do all sorts of mad stuff, and it's great, and you should totally follow us if you haven't already. We're on Instagram.
We are
TOTOFUTURES.
So
I'll link it below.
That's me. That's little.
That's him.
Taco
that's
intro.
Us. That's the vibe. So White Worldbridger energy. So first off, I will just super blast you with some information about the White Worldbridger energy. So White Worldbridger, it's a white sign. Okay, so this Wavespell, this 13-day process begins on the 25th of December, and it's incredibly significant in it because one of the biggest pieces of the White Worldbridger, it's white, so it's about getting clear, it's about refining, but the Worldbridger is about death of an old way of being and the birth of new ways of being. And the White Worldbridger energy literally is like the bridge between the old and the new. So the fact that this energy is falling on the 25th of December, when the majority of the world are adhering to a custom that they don't necessarily follow the ideology of, that they're not that religion, and maybe we want to speak into that actually, because we're going to be here, over the Christmas period, and we've both, I don't know if you want to share your experience, I'll jump in.
Yeah, I think we've both reached a similar place with Christmas, and part of why we're here is just to, I guess, have a bit of a reset and recalibration around, what is Christmas really all about. And I think we were just drawn to Glastonbury to get, I think just to really like tune into the essence of what we should be celebrating. And I know every family kind of has their own customs and rituals, and there's so much, there's so much beauty and joy around.
And I'm going to
Christmas.
bounce in there because it's also fucking bullshit.
There is that too.
And I think this is another. There is the like, okay, let's tune into the essence of it, and I think being in Glastonbury is key for that. But the reason that yeah, I think it's this like mass ritual that a lot of people don't really want to consent to anymore, but end up doing. And this is the White Worldbridger energy. You know, it's this energy of like all the weird stuff that we do on the planet, like consumerism and all the rest of it, that it's like, well, I don't really want to do that, but oh, right, that's the way we're going, shit. And the thing that I kind of wanted to bring, which is why we will speak more into what it means for it to be a Wavespell process in a bit, but I think, you know, what you've had to face, what I've had to face, you know, I'm quite, you know, there's been a lot of Christmases that I've opted out of now. But just in terms of like the journey that you have to go on when you defy these traditions that aren't real traditions, you know, if it was something that was like, this is a lineage that we follow and therefore the tradition is the lineage that we follow, it's a different energy, isn't it? Whereas this is like, it's not even a tradition that our ancestors are following and our families are following most of the time. It's just a day. It's like it doesn't even have context a lot of the time now. And yeah, but then to step out of it, you know, even if people don't directly criticize you for it, the weight and the shame and the guilt, you know, it's heavy stuff. It's really heavy stuff. And but this is the White Worldbridger energy. So, you know, it's this kind of the stuff that we do in our individual lives and as a collective that keeps these old ways of being alive that we are consenting to through not defying. And what that then creates on the planet. You know, we are in this time of rising where we're going from one way of being to another, but in order to get to the new earth, yep, on a systematic level, there are institutions and things that need to break down. We're both heavily invested in alternative education. And I know lots of people that are in, I've bumped into my mate Che today who does a lot of food growing, and you know, it's like we've got this kind of task in terms of like break down the system, but it's also like break down the wonky culture as well. So the White Worldbridger energy gives us an opportunity to be like, okay, this is what I've created, this is what we've created as a world, right? And do we like it? Is this what we want? And if it's not what we want, how do we change it? What needs to change within us? Or what do we need to journey? And I think, again, one of the pieces of this, like, when you're on that growth edge of doing, and we spoke about this a little bit earlier, of like, it feels right to your soul, but it might not feel right to your heart or your intellect or your surroundings. And I think there is an initiation that comes through that, like, devotion to soul in those decisions, that then you've got to journey all this other heavy stuff. And I think that's part of the bridge between the worlds. It's like part of the initiation, isn't it? Yeah, but then there was also, you know, there's also a lot of recognition, I think, for both of us in terms of the Christmas side of things, of having quite, you know, there's stuff there as well. There's like personal stuff there. Like for me, there's been a lot of grief around like family relationships. So also this bridge between the worlds is being able to transmute and process and alchemize the energy, which is this like over arching theme of the 13-year cycle of the wizard. So I'm wondering if I'll explain first, actually. Okay, so do you want to demonstrate with the diary? I don't know if you've seen, but I made a diary. Dun dun dun. That's his copy. You got that?
Personal copy. Yeah. Go day by day.
Yeah, do you want to just show how it actually works?
Yeah. So if you haven't got one of these, this is how it works. So it's a day for each day of the spin, so you can see White Magnetic Worldbridger, which is the first day of the Worldbridger Wavespell.
So just to speak to that for a second, and you're going to see as we go through. So when we have the 13-day process, I come on and I'm like, yep, for the next 13 days we're within this energy. But it is almost like a Russian doll vibration in that, nestled within that, in the same way as we have the wave spells within the 13 years, we also have different archetypes each day as part of the wave spell. So, yeah, do you want to just quickly flip through them and then get to you?
Okay, sure, yeah. Okay, so tomorrow, Christmas Day, white magnetic Worldbridger. So each wave spell always starts with the magnetic tone.
So that's the initiation, like this is the energy that we're working with for the next 13 days.
Then Boxing Day we move into blue lunar hand.
Yeah, I won't go through it. Well, maybe we're okay. So the lunar energy is like the challenge. But then we've got this, so we've got the lunar, which is the day. Lunar is the number 2. And then the blue hand, which is the energy of the archetype of that second day.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I think, just go to day 11. Thank goodness you are here to look after me.
Okay, so day 11, which is the 4th of January, and that is Yellow Spectral Warrior Day, and that is my Galactic Mind birthday.
Why is it your Galactic Mind birthday?
Why is it my Galactic Mind birthday? Because I was born on a Yellow Spectral Warrior Day.
So each one of us was born on, and that's like the bigger map, each one of those squares is a day of the 260-day or 9-month Salkin spin. Each one of us was born on one of those squares. The energy on the planet when Taco came through the veil was the Yellow Spectral Warrior. So that means not only is the day of the Yellow Spectral Warrior significant to this being, because it is his own energy, it's the piece of the puzzle that this fractal of consciousness is inhabiting. It's like this is the energy. It's also the whole 13-day process, because it's the wave spell that Taco was born into, is significant for him. So all of these themes that I'm speaking into are huge themes for Taco's life, because the wave spell that we're born into is like, that's what my soul wanted to come and learn this lifetime. So Taco's soul was like, I want to go through the death of old worlds. I want to be the mulcher on the ancestral line. I want to be the breaker within collective society. I want to, and there's another sort of element of the white Worldbridger when you live in it, the people that embody the energies, they go through really specific periods of life, that then end. And then it's almost like a completely different lifetime begins. Have you...
Yeah, I guess to speak into that. I mean, I think if I think back through my life, and this is probably true of many people, but you can sort of break it up into like distinct chapters. So for me, I suppose the first death was when I left secondary school. So I went to boarding school. I was at boarding school from the age of 11 to 18. And yeah, it's fair to say that when I moved from that into I went straight to university, but there was this kind of unraveling and a sort of death process, which involved, journeying depression for a few years. And I think just sort of descending into the depths, which was not so easy, but it was like a necessary journey, a necessary death and shedding to kind of prepare me for the next chapter.
And this is the way that it works with the so it was really, because I needed the moral support to do this video, but also it's really it just felt like, this is a cool way to kind of initiate everybody into how these energies work. So each one of us, like I say, has a specific wave spell process, and I am open into the idea of doing a few more readings at the minute. It takes a lot out of me. But it's something that's part of our coaching program. So you should come and work with us both, like you've meeting him now. We do really rad stuff, and like combining these two energies is really powerful. And Taco does like life mapping, so you get like an astrology reading and life mapping, and then like these ceremonies that Taco brings, EFT and shadow work that I bring, and yeah, it's beautiful weaving. But yeah, each one of us is born within a 13-day process. So the fact that so we've got this like personal aspect to the Wavespells, but then we have the collective themes, and this is why, you know, when I do these videos, it all feels really profound for all of us, because this is the energy forecast. So it's going to be super familiar energy for you, because this is his vibe. This is how life works. Whereas, you know, for the rest of us, it is our vibe too, because we're all of it, but it's a little bit more of the collective theme. So within these 13 days, you know, we are being guided from one way of being to another way, if we choose. And it's phenomenal to me that it's starting on Christmas Day, when people, you know, are often in these situations where they aren't feeling super centered because they're with birth family or people that they don't see very often, and there's also this incredible amount of pressure on a financial level, and also to be happy, and also all this historic grief that comes with this moment of time where everyone's meant to be together and everything's meant to be perfect, and if it's not for any reason, you know, so there's a lot of energy around this time that comes with a fuckload of expectation. And the fact that the Worldbridger energy is landing at this time where we're in the midst of the belly of the beast, I would say, interests me a lot, and what it provides what it provides for us all is this opportunity to to end the old world. So the invitation for the next 13 days is to just notice how you're showing up, like in those moments where you feel like your inner truth and your outer expression are at odds. Can you try and rectify that? Can you bring your truth to that moment and deal with what happens? Because, you know, I think we've both journeyed this quite a lot in different ways, because White Worldbridger is a part of my 13 years. So it's a familiar energy for me as well. That's a whole other side of what comes through the astrology readings as a part of our thing. But we also have 13 years. But anyway, one day I'll do another video about that. There's one probably somewhere on my YouTube about it. But the point that I'm wanting to make is that it's like all the ways that we self-abandon are for a reason. And then once we stop doing that, there is the initial crunch. Once we bring the truth into the moment, there is the initial reaction that is like, oh fuck, I shouldn't have done that. But then it's like the track's been laid, the stage has been set, and it's moved. I don't know if there's anything that you want to say, just feel free to interject at any point.
I think it's interesting as well that this Wavespell bridges the 2 year, like 2023 to 2024, so it's literally bridging. Although we're talking about the Gregorian calendar, but it, you know, it's still of significance. Yeah, so we're kind of bridging 2023 to 2024, and I suppose traditionally it's a time of year where people are, you know, setting intentions for the new year, creating a new vision. It's like, okay, that was last year.
New year, new me.
New year, new me. This is kind of what I'm visioning in. So I think it's there's a little bit of that.
Use that shit too.
Yeah, kind of the mulching, but then it's like, okay, well, what are we calling in sort of individually and collectively, like the choices that we make as well. I think we're at a crossroads in humanity as well. And I was listening to a podcast about AI, which, you know, is pretty crazy, but it's like the choices that we make, you know, with something like that, with technology, which can like it could save us and solve all of our problems, but it could also do the opposite. So I think it's making the right choices to create the world that we want to.
Heart choices, isn't it?
Be living in.
Heart choices. Thank you for bringing. Excuse me. So,
That's
yeah,
good.
I've got my tea, thanks. Bengal spice. So, yeah, get the codes from the family and the, you know, the weird wonky Christmas shit. And then use that window between the years and really, you know, really feel into like, what is it that we want for us? Like, what is it? And then what do I need to do? What worlds do I need to kill off within myself to be able to make that happen? Now, the one final thing that I just want to say is about that journey in your Wavespell. So you know, on the day that your Wavespell begins, it's different each year because it's like this 9-month, 260-day vibe. So every year that it is your Wavespell will happen at a different time. But yeah, like the Vision Quest vibe. So when it's your Wavespell, the way to journey it is like using it as this like 13-day Vision Quest. So just noticing, because your energy and the collective energy is in alignment, you can use it to really decode what's going on around you and what's being revealed to you. So yeah, more on that at some point. But yeah, for the next 13 days, from Christmas Bloody Day, it's the death of old worlds. So if it doesn't feel right in your soul, then take the risk. Speak the truth. From heart. Be in your heart. Do what feels right in your heart. You know, or do what feels like, you know, don't you? Like, truth's got a different quality. It's got a different quality, and know that, you know, a little bit of unrest is okay. You know, to kind of just break down these thought forms, to break down these collective ways of being that really aren't serving us. And yeah, so we send you loads of love from Avalon, from Glastonbury. And if you haven't followed us, follow us on Instagram. Is that even the right way that you say it? I'm so new to this fucking lingo.
Instagram.
Do you follow people?
Follow.
Yeah, you do follow people.
You follow.
Followers.
Yeah.
TOTOFUTURES.
At TOTOFUTURES.
Yeah. And work with us. Get a free call. Come do some work with us. We are, being really called to work more on the land. We had a beautiful solstice celebration. Oh, thank you for everyone that came. Holy shit. The wind.
It was windy.
And it was on a white wind day.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
But it was powerful.
Yeah.
And I think there is going to be more of that coming next year for us, isn't there?
Yeah.
We probably will do a video about what's coming through TOTOFUTURES in 2024. But we're going to have a little rest now. I'm going to have a little rest and get better.
Have some soup.
Soup is in the fridge. So yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taco.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Really lovely to sort of share this vibration, to have a White Worldbridger being as part of the White Worldbridger.
It's hard. I think I messed up at the beginning.
Yeah, White Worldbridger.
It's not an easy word to say.
Wavespell.
White Worldbridger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the crew, transmitting the vibration of it to you. So on day 11 of the Wavespell, we're all in his vibe. Big ups to Taco on the 11th day. Yeah. On the 11th day, Taco arrived.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, big love.
Big love. Thank
Solstice
you,
blessings.
Solstice blessings. Christmas blessings.
Christmas blessings.
White Worldbridger.
White Worldbridger
blessings.
White Worldbridger blessings. New Year blessings.
New Year
if
blessings.
You want to do the Greg year. But I think it's probably an idea to do that this year, considering it's in the Worldbridger Wavespell, like you say. Yes.
Yeah.
Go well.
All the blessings.
All the blessings and all the Glastonbury vibes. We love you.